Okay, I think the stream should be up. I do feel like I have been more prepared in the past, but as long as we turn out with good food, it's all good, honestly. Let's see. So you can see we're making Mapo Tofu. And we finally have everything set up for it. We should have everything set up for it. As far as I know. I hope you see everything. Hello, it's working. Very nice. What else? Sada Pop, you are first. Okay, Sada Pop. And faithful bowl of soup. Sarah says, I love Mapo Tofu. I hope you're gonna like this one too. There were times when I was considering like doing some bargaining, for example, like bargaining a little bit. Because I'm like, I haven't made this in so long. Do I even still remember how to do it? Like, I know I have everything to make it happen, you know? But it's like that, what do you call it? It's not the most authentic not the most authentic, what will people think, but I think as long as we have Logama, this thing, and Dobanjang, this thing, it should turn out okay. Swear, this is like the food that I need most things for. I don't even know why. It seems like a simple recipe. Why do I have all this stuff? But you know how it is. You know how it is. Actually, I don't know if you know how it is. But regardless, so welcome everyone. We are making Mapo Tofu. I hope everything's working for it. I do have the minced meat, which is the hardest part of getting it, which is why I delegated this task to someone else, and now it's minced. Perfect. In the meantime, I'm just gonna set this thing up. So, as you can see, I do have a pan. It was not preheated whatsoever yet, but now it is. And what I need is chili oil. And I'm already gonna lose a few people. But I add the. If I can open it. Did I open this? Hello? I'm being trolled by my Szechuan peppercorn oil. Things I was not prepared for. Three layers of protection for the Szechuan peppercorn oil. It's like you can still turn back now if you want. No, I'm not turning back. So we're starting off with that. Can't go wrong. Okay, what else do we need? Onion. Onion is always good. Do I need onion in this recipe? I'm actually not sure. But I'm gonna add it anyway. I think I'm pretty sure I have added it in the past, so it doesn't really matter. Can't go wrong with onions, I think. Is there any food that you can mess up with onion? I doubt it. Regardless, this is gonna be fun, I think. So, what I do know is that I'm gonna need the sauce for the meat. And for that, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of these things. And a spoon, actually like 3 spoons. I'm not actually kidding, I did get 3 spoons. So, what else do I need? What else do I need? I'm gonna need green onion eventually. But the most important thing is that I don't forget, first and foremost, that lao gamma should also be added to this pan. Just a bit of lao gamma. It's essential to the flavor, so make sense to add. Is that enough? Okay, now it's definitely enough. Goodbye, lao gamma. Next, we are gonna need dobanjang. A spoon of dobanjang. And everything that's literally here. So light soy sauce. A bit of dark soy sauce. Honestly, it's not that important, but I'm gonna add a little bit of it. In oyster sauce, can't go wrong with Thai oyster sauce. And see, this is where it's gonna go a little bit off the rails. So in order to get something with chili in it, I'm gonna add some bulldog sauce, both of these actually, both the 1x and the 2x. Just a bit of it. I don't even know if you saw what I'm adding into this thing. So like, as you can see, just a tiny bit of this thing for extra chili. Otherwise it would not work. Definitely less prepared than last time. This one's this one's spicy. Favorite bowl of soup says, "Are you sure it's going to be Mapo Tofu with all the Korean ingredients and onions?" Well, it's gonna be spicy and delicious. That's what I know. To be fair, the soy sauce is Chinese. The dobanjang is Chinese. The Szechuan peppercorn oil is Chinese, and this chili oil is from Lidl, so that doesn't really count. Lao gamma is Chinese. So honestly, apart from the onion and the bulldog sauces for extra kick, honestly, yes. I'm not sure about those flakes, honestly. They look darker than they should be. Bleh. That's disappointing. So you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? We have to reset everything. We actually have to reset everything. I messed up at the very start. I never thought this would happen, but so it is. We burned the lao gamma. My number one worry. Well, on the bright side, that just means you actually see what happens when you mess something up. I had a feeling and I didn't go with the feeling. I'm not sure I'm gonna restart the stream for it. But today we learned something, which is don't yap for 10 minutes with high heat under your pan. That's what we found out. We have to hard reset everything. Dead, exactly. Although we're not completely dead, but this one is dead. So, reset. Reset. Okay, sure. So, as I was saying originally, although I used up my green onions, I still have some, but that was supposed to be the green onions. So, with that out of the way, chili oil, Szechuan peppercorn oil, Szechuan peppercorn oil, the world says that you should not use this huge onion in Mapo Tofu because it does not belong. That's what we learned from this. Okay, I have to bet the other green onions. So it is. We didn't lose much. We lost some time and gained confidence. If you can mess up once, you can do it again, but if you're smarter, then you don't. Let's see, green onion. See, I still have backup green onion. I knew this would come in handy. That's so sad. Yuri 1000 says, so congrats on 1000. I hope we're also gonna get like a good Mapo Tofu by the end. I don't have a third backup, okay? So like this green onion, it has to work. If this doesn't work, it's over. Then we're gonna just postpone this until I can buy another batch of green onions. With that out of the way, so welcome everyone to the 1000 follower special cooking stream. I pretty much woke up about an hour ago, and you can sense that. I just am waking up in spirit as well to the task at hand, which is Mapo Tofu. I'm only gonna add the logo a little bit later because apparently I'm not paying attention to the pan. So as long as I only have the oils over there, it's fine. But if I have the logom in, then the chili flakes can burn, as we just found out. Things that have not actually happened before, because usually I just run around between cutting stuff. This sounds weird, but like, you know, the onions and the garlic and all that, I'm just cutting those up and running back and forth between the pan, you know, and the heat was lower as well. So in that regard, this time I did not do that, and it showed. Hey Teo! Johanna says, bro, isn't it like a time to sleep in your time? It is 8 p.m. and I fell asleep at like 3 p.m. and I woke up at about 7. Like a little bit before 7. I was like, oh my god, I promised the cooking stream at 7, so I guess I have to wake up and do things. That's how it went. On the bright side, we didn't just go along with the plan of burning the lagama chili crisps and getting burned flavor into the entire food and then ending up with something inedible. That's like the worst thing you can do. We hard reset it. It's out of the way. can't hurt you anymore. It's unfortunate. It's just the flakes. Nah, but it wasn't good. And I also closed this off instead of letting it warm up, so what do you know? So, chili oil, sriracha peppercorn oil. Now I'm awake. I have green onions. I'm gonna just slice those up. There you have it. There you have it. You actually saw a blunder, but you also saw how to recover it. Just don't. If you burn the entire food, then you don't want to eat it. I did that once. Actually, historically speaking, Yuli says, I am enjoying some instant ramen that isn't actually instant, but is the closest I could get with what's in the kitchen. If you saw the collection of instant ramen we have, there's a dedicated thread for it. I kind of wanted a dedicated channel for it, but sadly we did not make a channel. I don't know why. I feel like we have enough instant ramen that it could be a channel. Like there's more instant ramen to be analyzed than T-spin setups, some specific ones anyway. Cool1580 says, how spicy are you going to make it? I do have this green pepper thing here, but more importantly, because I want to make it spicy, I added a bit of this bulldog sauce already to this sauce that's like prepared over here. So I want to make it spicy because it has to be numbing and spicy, otherwise it's not Mapo Tofu, right? So you have to have the mala flavor. If you don't have the mala flavor, then something went wrong. And I had a mild mala hot pot base at some point, and my face was melting. So I was like, oh, okay. Now I know what it's supposed to taste like. Hermit says, it's tofu time. Well, almost. We had to do a hard reset earlier because I burned the logam rocky crisps. I am not, what do you call it, proud of that, but I'm proud of the fact that we noticed before adding the minced meat. Otherwise, this entire recipe would have to be postponed to another day. So I also almost added like an entire onion, like one of these onions, and then I was like, maybe we actually don't even need this. So in a sense, we have recovered, but for that we had to discard the previous installation of this oil. Anyway, so the oil is ready and done, I believe. I'm gonna add probably the meat. Should it be the green onion or the meat? I never remember the order of this. I'm gonna go with the green onion. Can't go wrong with green onion as long as it doesn't burn. Let's see. See, now that's healthier. That is definitely healthier. So that means now I'm adding a bit of lagama because now I can burn it. I have to have the flavor of this, but it mustn't be burned. Like previously, a moment ago, I burned this entirely. So we have to do a full reset. Always pay attention. So what do we do? Mix. Let's switch to flakes, dude. They're just gonna have to have it at a lower heat the whole time, and then it doesn't happen. That is already looking much better than before, but I also need my meat. Meat! Let's see. Well, like that. I have minced meat. This is the heart of the recipe. If you don't have minced meat, you have to replace it with freaking zucchini. Which is not the same, is it? I'm gonna be a little bit western, so I'm adding salt and pepper, and you might be like, what? You don't need that, you need white pepper only. And I'm gonna be like, whatever. But I also have the sauce over there, so if this fries up a little bit, I'm gonna add that entirely and it's gonna be good. Yeah, this is already looking much better than before. I was like, there's no way this doesn't get burned. Anyway. Nice. Okay, so what do I need? I need the garlic. My garlic is not done. I need my chat. Hermes says, I got a 191 Bursty Luminous. Incredible. Yuli says, melting face is the right spice level. Do whichever order your heart says. I ended up doing that. And this time we're paying enough attention that we're not gonna burn the whole thing. So I need the garlic. The garlic does not cooperate. Okay, garlic. Did I miss any chat like this? I'm gonna add these 5-ish cloves of garlic. I feel like I need more, to be honest. So there's a good chance that I'm gonna end up with more garlic. And there's one more thing that I need to do while you're not looking, which is to put up some rice. Because you can't have Mapo Tofu without rice, right? I do have the garlic. Kinda wanna add this chili right now. Well, kind of chili. It's hot pepper, whatever Hungarians actually call it. Is it chili? I don't know. But I'm gonna add some of it, as in like the whole thing. Let's see, so... It must smell incredible right now. Oh, it did. The Szechuan peppercorn oil that I added has some really nice smell. Do you actually see my cutting board is the question, because I kind of set this up in a haste. You see part of it, okay. Part. I will see a little bit more of it. Hadish. Can't go wrong. Okay, finally. So it doesn't look like it's burning this time, which is good. It looks pretty legit, but it needs sauce. It needs the sauce. So you're gonna bring that actually. Did I add the oyster sauce is the question. Actually, I'm supposed to do the Shaoxing wine first. I'm gonna add a bit of that. Very nice. Oh, nice. With this you can go wrong if you add too much, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Let's see. So we have dobanjang, bulldog sauces, soy sauce, white pepper. We don't have white pepper in this. We need to have white pepper. It's right here. If you add too much white pepper, it's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna be very careful. Perfect. What else do I need? Okay, I think I have everything in this. Oh yeah, this one smells nice. Do I have enough dobanjang? Dude, okay, so eventually I'm gonna add some tofu. Now that I remember, we're making Mapo Tofu, not minced meat, so... But this one goes here. Oh yes, it does. Oh my. That smells good. That does smell good, actually. But it doesn't look red enough, okay? It doesn't look red and it doesn't look dark, so depending on how this goes, we will have to either adjust or we don't. Oh my, okay, that looks nice. Excuse me. Well, it does need a little more color, so now it's really a matter of how the taste is. Because the color is a little bright. It's a little brighter than it should be. So we might need more dobanjang. Where are we? Okay, so what I definitely need though, 1 tofu, 2 rice. So I'm gonna put up the rice. Let me grab this. That's like half, of course. So I need more rice than that. Do I really need more rice than that? Definitely need more rice than that. Okay, sure. The more you know. You're gonna say, what? You have to wash the rice. And I am actually gonna do that. Don't be too surprised. But yeah, it did smell incredible, Hermes. I'm pretty sure my jjajangmyeon is theoretically a better recipe, but this is also... It was good last time. That's what I can guarantee. It was good last time. Let's see, how is it? Let's stir it a little. That does look nice, honestly. But it doesn't look dark enough, so I might add some... Well, it depends on the flavor, right? Let's see. How is it? But the flavor requires spiciness, actually. I'm kind of surprised. But not too surprised. Okay. So I'm gonna have to use a magic trick. The magic trick is cayenne pepper. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Because I don't really wanna add too much buildup. But I do wanna add a little bit of this cayenne pepper. Then I think we have the garlic. I think we have. The other thing I need is a little bit of this dark soy sauce. Apparently I did not add enough. What we still need a little bit of, but only a tiny bit of, is the peppercorn oil. Just a tiny bit. Okay, now we are getting there. So now the last remaining thing is gonna be something MSG-ish, which is the chicken broth, right? And the tofu. Imagine just forgetting the tofu in this. Anywho, so I'm gonna put in the rice. Yes, I have to first. I'm remembering everything. Hermes says, cayenne pepper literally goes well with everything, even chocolate and ice cream. I have not tried it in ice cream, but I can believe it. I know someone who used to have that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I am so much more in the groove now than at the very start. I was not in the groove at the start. We had to burn the lava and reset the thing to get the good Mapo Tofu in the end. I guess in a sense you could say it was good for showing just how fickle this thing can be, you know? But as long as it's the very start where you mess up, it's easy to fix it. If it's at the very end, then then you're mostly just feeling sadness. So like, there was a time when I was trying to make, what was it? I was making this creamy Parmesan mushroom sauce, you know? And at the very end, I add the Parmesan. And then I look at it and realize that it went bad. The Parmesan was like not okay. And I'm like, I added this without realizing it. So I had to throw the whole thing out. Now that is a tragedy. That did not happen today. Let's see, I need some. You don't see me do this, but I'm putting up the rice. With some salt. I have a rice cooker literally next to the camera. So I'm not sure how much I should like readjust just so that you can see me press a button on a rice cooker. But trust me, it's right here. You definitely heard it now. Okay, where are we? Tofu. We don't have the tofu in the freaking Mapo Tofu. So you're gonna see me skip a step, which may or may not be essential to the process. I never. Oh, I should stir it once. Yes. Oh man, this smells pretty good. Well, I do need like two things really fast actually. So, first and foremost, tofu. I'm gonna be extremely lazy, which means I'm just gonna grab this tofu, drain it, and then just slice it into cubes. And you would say, what every single recipe says, that you should boil it in salty water and then drain that, and only then should you cut it into cubes and add it to your food. And you're probably right, but we're kinda low on time. We have to go with this as it is now. If you know if I really should have blanched the tofu before we add it, then definitely leave a comment. But I historically have not done that because I'm using firm tofu, so it like doesn't dissolve or anything. You've never heard of that being done? Okay, then I'm lucky enough that I can literally just Not too many extra steps. Okay. Oh. Oh, that didn't get cut up. Okay, now it's good. So we have to add this. I'm gonna mix it slightly. And I can definitely see that we're running low on liquid, which is a problem. We have to cook this tofu in chicken broth now that the meat has this nice darker color with a bit of lagom flavor in it and the spiciness, you know? Also, this thing is supposed to be like fully red, so I don't know if we have everything that we need, but we are working towards it anyway. So, I'm gonna be mildly lazy and I'm gonna reuse this one where I used to have the sauce. I'm just gonna add a bit of this chicken powder thing and hot water. Probably need a little more of that chicken powder actually, but not too much because then it will be like chicken powder Mapo Tofu instead of freaking Mapo Tofu. You don't want that. This recipe is nowhere nearly as streamlined as the jjajangmyeon. You might see that. The jjajangmyeon was amazing. This is like good. If it works out, it's pretty good. Let's see. So I'm adding this. Very nice. So, do we have enough liquid? It does look better, doesn't it? Definitely looks better. Yeah. Does it taste good? The next big question. Let's see. Oh man. Oh man, this is good. I have good news, everyone. This is turning out to be good. Okay, what else do we need? Time. I think we just need meow. Yeah, I think we actually put everything together well. And the only thing that I could add, and I'm gonna put this up for a vote. So like, there's a recipe that uses chinkyang vinegar, as in like dark vinegar, black vinegar, and adds a little bit of this to the Mapo Tofu. Do you think I should add a little bit of this? I literally bought it just for this recipe for once, but I know that it also goes into, you know, the hot and sour soup. Add everything, no dirt. Okay, fine. I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of this. But only a tiny bit. If I add too much, then it's just gonna taste like black vinegar. Okay, so we have the black vinegar, and we're gonna add just a teeny tiny bit of it for slightly more authentic flavor. Sure. Nice. I did not even taste test it. We're just gonna trust the process. Surely that won't ruin everything. Probably not. Okay, so did I miss anything though? I don't think I can add the vegetables at this point. I feel like I should have done that before the chicken broth. So like theoretically, I could have added Californian bell peppers at some point. I probably could have added what else? Oh man, this is good. I have good news. This is good. Okay, well, it started with a rough start, but we're back on track. And now, I don't even know what we're gonna do for the next 30 minutes. Other than that, I have to reset the water levels sometimes. And then there's gonna be the part where I add the cornstarch slurry. Because without the cornstarch slurry, it's a soup. But this is not a soup, it's a sauce. This is when I typically ask, kind of as a joke, especially if I ask it at like 8 a.m. I'm like, so how was your day? because we have everything. If I add anything else, it's just gonna go bad. Like we have the perfect levels of everything. So I can't add anything. I'm just gonna put everything back in the fridge, dude. So first and foremost was the Shaoxing wine, which by the way is kind of funny that I had to get, because I did used to have this cooking wine in the fridge. That's what I thought anyway. So I checked the date on it, and it says freaking 2023. And like, hold on a second. It's supposed to be good only for like a year and a half. How did this happen? So like, that's what I realized. I think that cooking wine was expired when I bought it, because I'm pretty sure I bought it in 2025. What else do we need? I'm just gonna clean things up. This recipe requires so much less steps than the jjajangmyeon. There was that moment in time today when I was like, I could also do, like next to the Mapo Tofu, I could do some green curry, but I don't have chicken left. So we can't do that anymore. But I can kind of show you how it's supposed to be done. In the meantime, there's one more thing. I'm just gonna mess around a tiny bit. Oh, this is too high. This heat level is too high. I have to reduce it. Also, there's a little too much liquid, I think, now that I added a tiny bit a moment ago. So I'm just gonna uncover this. And something that's like not really obvious that I'm gonna add it, but I have this partially mixed with garlic, and I'm gonna be like, sure, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of it because I can. You don't need to add this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I like parsley and garlic. It's really that simple. Oh man, this is gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna let it cook while the rice is being made. I'm pretty sure I started out the rice like 20 minutes late. He says, you got a lot of fridge magnets. Yes, we do. I'm pretty sure if you see like the fridge magnets, then you see like my face all over it on the top left, but it's all good. We collect one from everywhere where we go, you know? Like that's how it is. You go to another European city or country or whatever, and you wanna get one of these. Some of these I'm not even. The funniest one is this one, because I've never actually been to Krakow, you know? Like I've never been to Krakow, and well, I kept it because it was left here, and I was like, this looks way too cool. I'm not getting rid of this. But yeah, we have whenever we were on a vacation of sorts, then we try to get a fridge magnet. You can get some really nice designs, but you wouldn't get one just for the sake of having one. Because why would you wanna keep looking at an ugly fridge magnet? Right? At least it's looking good. The color, if you check the color, do you see the color? I'm gonna try to adjust and hope it doesn't break. Like, I was a little worried at first, but we're getting the color we want. So the doenjang and the little bit of bulldog sauces, it did what we wanted it to do. There's a little less laogama in it than I would have originally planned, but because of laogama's original betrayal, I think we're gonna be fine with that. Good stuff. Yeah, it's not that big good. I'm not even worried anymore. I was worried at the very start, but not anymore. I'm slightly tempted to keep adding stuff. What could possibly go wrong, right? But to be honest, it did have another one of these in the fridge. This. So I'm gonna add it. Just increasing the spice levels, assuming this specific pepper is somewhat spicy at least. There's one thing I did not add, which is that I have these dried chilies. I have some dried chilies now that I think about it, but it's like added at the very start, so we're not gonna add those anymore. But I could have. I could have. This is like, when in doubt, add more spice. Honestly, I'm not really in doubt. I just wanted to have a little more green, you know? If I hadn't had to reset at the very start, I had a little more green onions. So like I would be able to add more green onions at this point. But because I don't have those green onions anymore, I'm gonna have to go with this instead. You would say, wait a second, but you said you don't want to add the California bell pepper at this stage, so why are you adding this? I don't know, I feel like it. I don't think this can go wrong at this point. If it does, the worst thing that can happen is that it's gonna be spicy. Which is that even a problem? Is that even a problem? Oh man, this is looking good. So, makeshift green onion is spicy pepper. The more you know. So one thing to keep in mind actually, because I just remembered this, back in the day when I first tried to make Mapo Tofu, I used to try to add the Szechuan spice mix. And the Szechuan spice mix, oh look at that, I have Szechuan pepper powder, but we don't need this because we have a Szechuan pepper homemade. So what I had was the Szechuan spice mix of sorts. So this is a 5 spice mix. You don't add it at all to this recipe. You don't need it. You actually don't. Like you end up with freaking cinnamon in your Mapo Tofu, it's not it. Queen, hello, food. Yes, we do have that, I think. Looks good. Looks good. But now we're actually running low on the liquid again, just a tiny bit. Honestly, at this point I'm just stalling because we put in the rice into the rice cooker a little late. But the more you cook this thing, the better the flavor gets. You just have to never burn it. On the other hand, did you notice the special guest of this stream? He's waiting. Look at that. Good. Okay, I think at this point it should be okay for me to add the cornstarch. So something I found out the other day, and this is gonna sound silly, you're gonna think it's obvious. If you're making a cornstarch slurry, there's a reason why they don't use hot water for it. You see, you have to do it with the cornstarch. Just a bit of cornstarch like that. I think that should be an okay amount of cornstarch. And then you add cold water. And I was like, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna use hot water for it because that's what I have in the thing that warms up water, you know. So you might be like, well, no, so what goes wrong? But you have to do it separately like this with cold water specifically, because if you do it with hot water, then the cornstarch, it does not dissolve. So it only dissolves in cold water. That's why you have to do it like this in the first place. That's what I found out. It's like at first I was like, ah, sure, I'm just gonna wing it, just add it to hot water. No, it doesn't work. If you add it directly to the food, well, that's also hot, so it's obviously not gonna dissolve, and you're gonna get this huge chunk of cornstarch. Don't ask me how I know. I did that once. It was not a good idea. Mix it well. And it kind of feels like just a tiny bit. It's gonna be good. Did it? No. I had a feeling this would happen. So, one of my cameras died, as I was informed. Good news, everyone, I have a backup camera for this. Well. So I don't know if you saw it, but I added the cornstarch slurry and a tiny bit of water. So now we're back. Yeah, it's looking pretty good actually. It just has to thicken up a little bit, but considering we added a bunch of cornstarch, now it's gonna happen. Taste is good. Taste is really good. Man, I should do more of these cooking streams. Yet again, I sit down and make like my best Mapo Tofu. My poor brother came over to try Mapo Tofu once, and I forgot the dobanjang. Can you imagine forgetting dobanjang in a freaking Mapo Tofu, where the whole point is dobanjang? Like that's the core ingredient. If you don't have the dobanjang, you don't have Mapo Tofu. I guess in a sense he was eating bulldog tofu or something. I don't know what it was. Not the best. Let's see. Does this work? Okay, we have the camera back, which is really good. Ah! No. That's what I get for moving anything. No. Zip. Nyong. Very nice. So that's what it looks like. It's quite spicy. It's quite spicy. So we're waiting for the rice and we're waiting for the Mapo Tofu to be a little bit thicker. And the funny part would be if like my brother showed up. He's like, hold on, I heard you have good Mapo Tofu. I would not be too surprised. But it's also a little late, isn't it? So in the end, after we reset the recipe at the start, oh, this is done. It's actually done. So after we reset the recipe, we did not add regular onions in the end. We added green onions only, which is probably better. It's more authentic. I do not have any white onions on me. Honestly, you can add any onion you want. I think if you add the purple onion, that would also be delicious because it's like purple onion. You can't go wrong. That's so good. actually good. I'm really glad we noticed at the very start of the first attempt. And that went wrong because the second one is insanely good. Adam. So where are we? What do you see? You don't see any of it. That's great. That means I'm just gonna move the other cam. It's gonna be right here. So the Mapo Tofu is done, actually. The more you know. You know what I can do at this stage? The dishes. The important part. Yeah, so we have so Pop says I love Mapo Tofu, but good news. Good news. We are working towards it. It's gonna happen as soon as this thing does its job. Ah. Do you see it? What do you see of this thing? Nothing. You see the bottom of it. Sure. So this is what you're waiting for. This is the issue. So like we have the Mapo Tofu, it's done, but 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes until the rice is done. And once that's done, we can eat. It's all good. Duh. So what I need is for those who are like just got here. The other way. Delicious Mapo Tofu. Tofu, mincemeat, and an unnecessary amount of green chili peppers. Good flavor. I really need to do more of these cooking streams. The food turned out pretty much what I wanted. The zhunGamer is slightly less in it than I would have wanted, but because of the first betrayal that we had during the very start of the stream, I feel like it's a fair deal that we have more dominant dobanjang than zhunGamer. It's all good either way. I have both. This is good. I can't wait, dude. 9 minutes, please, please. So good. Fermi says, how long does your rice cooker take? Mine takes like 45 minutes. I think this also takes like 45 minutes, yeah. Which is why this thing, it was going on, like there was a point where I added the rice in the background, right? So like, I was like, I'm just gonna put the stuff into the rice cooker, and I started stalling then, and I'm pretty sure that was like 30 minutes ago. So if you say it like that, yeah, I think this took 40 minutes. In the meantime, the food was done on the other side. Hermes said, Sarapap says, washing dishes stream goes crazy. It's true. Hermes says, good for you for washing the dishes. I would rather do anything else but wash the dishes. You know what I don't... we're done. The rice is done. Hell yes. What to eat? Oh man, so we have this thing, the Mapo Tofu, and we have this thing, the rice. So Pop says, okay, but washing the dishes isn't that bad. But if you have a dishwasher, it's easy. I do not have a dishwasher. You could say I am the dishwasher. So what do we need? So I have this thing. this thing. And this thing. Nice. So I can just pull this out. Ta-da! Perfect. What do you see of this? What do you see of this? You see the rice cooker. It's not doing anything anymore. That means I'm just gonna put this back. So, you're gonna see literally everything in this kitchen at this point. Let's see. Stabilize. This webcam is not behaving. Should be fine. Most important part. Remy says, but for a family of 5, nah. It depends on how much therapy you need, I guess. Okay, so we have everything. We have everything. It's done. So that means I have to take pictures. Let's see. The other way. I always mess this up. And rice. And Mapo Tofu. Mapo Tofu from here. Nice. Okay, we have every picture we need. Who wants to eat? Who wants to eat? Do you want to try this? It's gonna melt your face off. I'm getting a smaller one for my GF. A smaller plate. But where is the focus of these cameras? I don't know how much we see. This entire thing here is visible. Okay, I'm just gonna shift this slightly. Like that. Ow. It is so spicy. I'm not sure I did the right thing with this, but I did the authentic thing with this. So all I need is some rice. I don't know how much of it you see. Rice. My GF is afraid of the spice level of this food. If you saw it, I can see it. I don't know what else we see though. Let's see. You see a steaming bowl of rice, but not the rice. So I have to adjust this again and again and again. Probably again at this point. Okay. You see a light ball of lightness because the webcam is not the best. Close enough. Okay, that does look like a plate. See, this is why people have a professional camera setting and not a webcam. Okay, where are you going? Is it working? Is it fine? Looks close enough, but not good enough. It's always good, guys. It's always good. I think that's the best we're gonna get. Dinner time. Let's see. Son of. So Pop says, I wanna eat. I know, right? Me too. Who says, I mean, the food looks good enough to make someone hungry. Dinner time. Okay, it's time to eat. You're absolutely right. I've been putting this off for far too long, and I want to eat Mapo Tofu. Look at that. I'm gonna just eat all of this. Can't stop me. Oh man. So much delicious food, dude. Okay. Did I make a mess? Is that visible? Hopefully not. Okay. Mapo Tofu. Now I'm glad I promised this food to make it on stream. Because for whatever reason, whenever I make food on stream, which has happened twice so far, it always ends up delicious. I got a fork. Thank you for the fork. Food time. Hmm. 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 It's good. It's so good. It's a little spicy though, but that's to be expected. um, hmm. I feel like this might be my best Mapo Tofu ever made. If it's not the best, it's the second best. Hmm. But it might be the spiciest. Hmm. Oh man, this is good. Hmm. There's a little bit of the Szechuan peppercorn oil. I can feel the taste of it, but it's not numbing my face off because I added it at the start. So I can taste the flavor, but like my face isn't numb, which you could argue is a bad thing, but you could also argue it's a good thing. Hmm. Mapo Tofu success. I could have added the Californian bell peppers at some point. And those would look red, but it was not strictly necessary. I think this would also work as Mapo zucchini, as I heard. So instead of tofu, it would be like zucchini cubes or zucchini slices, whichever you prefer. Hmm. Man, this is good. When there's a cooking video on Instagram, I always feel disappointed when they don't eat it at the end. They like put it together and they're like, look at it, it's good. And I'm like, but does it taste good? I need to see that what you made is good, especially with some recipes where you can like clearly tell it's AI generated. No, this is not AI generated, this is Zun generated. Jó cucc? Ah. Is it delicious? What do you think? Should I make this again next time? My GF says that she wants to eat more of this, but with less spice. Which, to be honest, I understand. This might be the spiciest I've made it. But it's so good. Ah. Hmm. Oh, this is great. The only downside is I actually don't know what the next thing will be after I'm done with eating this. But
historically, whenever there's a celebration, we always have Jailbox party games. Hmm. 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 And this is so good. It's really good. But I also feel like it's a good thing that we did not forget the white pepper. The white pepper is crucial to the flavor. Same for garlic. You might have noticed that I was lazy and did not add ginger. I'm pretty sure that with ginger it's even better, but I was lazy to get it. Hmm. Hmm. So Pop says I might actually learn how to make this. As long as you can get good pork mincemeat, I use pork. I think it's pork thighs actually. That's the tricky part. But if you get that, which honestly, if you like go to a butcher or something and you say, "Yeah, I want this amount of pork thighs minced up," instead of saying, "I want this much minced meat," because then you get something radically different. So you want the pork thigh specifically, and you want that minced up. Then you don't need to ask your girlfriend to do it. Hmm. Clemmy says, the US actually needs pork, tofu, and spicy bean sauce, right? Technically, yes. But like those are the main ingredients. But I did also have the Lee Kumli light soy sauce, which is kind of important. Like, if you added Kikkoman soy sauce, I don't think this would work. And it has a very different flavor. Like Kikkoman works with the Korean recipes, but I don't think it would work with this one. I also used to have this brand Pearl River Bridge light soy sauce, but that's nowhere nearly as delicious as the Lee Kumli. Which, by the way, shout out to Pambu VT. Pambu VT. Because he's the one who told me to grab the Lee Kumli light soy sauce, and it did wonders, honestly. And on top of that, you need something with spice in it. So I added a tiny bit of the bulldog sauce, but that's obviously not authentic. If you have, I used to have this chili garlic paste, also likumli, but I don't really like the flavor of that. As I found out, I was like, this is okay, but it's like not not the best. Like this was the only food I added it for, and even then, it was like I'm adding it because I have it, so I don't rebuy that anymore. It's like I don't know what else to do with it. There's a very strange flavor, honestly. It's better if you just add the garlic of your own. And then yeah, so what else did we have? So like we had some cooking wine, like Shaoxing wine, that we added to the meat at the start. We also had a tiny bit of Chinkiang vinegar. So this thing, but I don't think it's essential. Like it adds to the flavor, but I made good Mapo Tofu even without it. And yeah, white pepper. Like it's the usual go-to, like dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, Shaoxing wine, white pepper, garlic, and dobanjang, of course. Our kid is like, but why? Why substitute the pork with beef? Let's see. Hermes said you made it in about an hour, which I feel like is a good amount of time. Yeah, I think it's legit. Like it's not too much, not too little. We actually had an extra 10 minutes in it because of the rice cooker. Well, me starting up the rice cooker a little late. If I started up early and I used keep warm, obviously we would have had less time to wait for rice. Okay, it's like, why zhunGamer, why? When are we replacing the rice cooker? We are not replacing the rice cooker. It's a really good rice cooker. It just takes a bit. Just takes a bit. But this was the higher quality, yet still somewhat cost-effective option. Because people said you should buy a Zojirushi. Because the Zojirushi is the best. But the Zojirushi also costs 3 times as much. I was like, it sounds like a great idea, but we're literally cooking rice for 2, sometimes 3. This is totally enough. But yeah, Hermes, it's practically the pork, the tofu, and the spicy bean sauce, and the soy sauces, and the Shaoxing wine, and white pepper. If you have these, then you're good. I had the bulldog for the extra spicy cake, but not too much of it because then it would like dominate the flavor. You don't want it to be too paprika. You want the dobanjang, the taste of the dobanjang to be the strongest. Because like I say we should get a $200 rice cooker. This is a $170 rice cooker. And I think it's doing its job. I think it's doing its job. It's pretty good. Hmm. Hmm. That was a huge amount of Mapo Tofu, dude. But it was delicious. It was good. Highly recommended. If you're uncertain about it, then you should also do a cooking stream of it and it turns out more delicious. For whatever reason, this keeps happening. This is good. But I'm done. I'm done. We are done with it. I should probably move everything back to normal. Well, I do say that, but we have to also, I don't know, do the dishes.